what's up? What's up, everybody? This is Jeff from BKJmacTv, and this is the BKJmac podcast experience coming to you live. All right. Today, we're season 2, episode 41. Yes, episode 41. And today's episode is from an article from the New York Post. This is about Ja Morant, his sneakers being pulled from Nike's website. And this is coming after the latest gun video that he displayed while he was inside his friend's car. I'm going to point something out before I go into the article, which was by Jacqueline Hendricks. Stuff like that. One thing I wanted to point out. While they were in that car, I watched the video that was on Instagram. I watched the video with Ja Morant and his friend. I guess they were having fun. They were being silly. And his friend, they were doing the gun gestures, which was, pretty stupid. But it's something that's being done basically every Instagram video. I think when he did his gesture, he thought Ja Morant was going to do the same gesture with his fingers, or whatever the case was. But when Ja Morant actually pulled out a gun, he tried to, his friend tried to move the camera extremely quick, but apparently he wasn't fast enough because he moved the camera all the way down. If you watch the footage, and it was like, oh, this is crazy. What do we just do? And basically, Ja Morant really just put himself in the hot seat again. So people say that, it was his friends are creating a bad scene for him. If you look at it, his friend is really trying to protect him, but it was a little bit too late. Almost like the fact that someone really went out their way to really look at that footage and really screenshot it to send it across the world to try to ruin Ja Morant, I think it's pretty crazy. But let's not get away from the main theme at hand. Was Ja Morant wrong for carrying a gun in the car and waving it? Absolutely. He clearly showed a lack of responsibility. He clearly showed a lack of discipline. He got caught up in that situation yet again, and he put himself there. Let's be honest. There's no real way to put some fluff around it. Ja Morant really screwed himself over, and the Memphis Grizzlies has suspended Ja Morant from all team activities. Who knows what the punishment is going to be? It could. There's a source from Stephen A. Smith saying that the punishment could be up to a whole season, which I think would be kind of crazy. In a sense, I think that would be extreme. I think it would warrant a 20, maybe 30 game suspension, and some real help along the suspension. So as he's serving the 30 game suspension, he's out there in the community doing community service, letting people know the implications of gun violence and how bad it is. I think he needs to probably see a therapist, so that way he could deal with his issues a lot better. Because remember, he's 23 years old, and all this money is coming his way. This is like coming in too fast. So maybe he got caught up in the hype, and sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the hype and get lost in the sauce. So I even though Ja Morant did this the second time around, you gotta remember he's a young guy. He's a young man. He's not trying to be no gangster, but he's a young guy, and he's trying to figure it out as the best as he can, and he's doing the best he can. So with all this attention coming his way, I believe he should get a third chance, because he messed up he messed it up, yes, but I believe a third chance is warranted, but this time with some heavy benchmarks, so that way he gets fully rehabilitated from his actions. So let's go right into the article by Ms. Hendricks. The fallout from a second gun-related incident involving Grizzly star Ja Morant continues. As of Thursday, the embattled point guard's Ja Morant sneakers are not available on Nike's website, which comes days after Morant appeared to brandish a firearm in an Instagram live video that surfaced Saturday. The shoes were released in April, a month after Morant was seen holding a gun in a separate social media video from a Denver area strip club. Meanwhile, Morant's Ja Morant Hunger shoes are still listed in the upcoming section on Nike's sneaker app ahead of its May 25th release. He signed a multi-year deal with Nike in 2019. The company stood by Morant 23 in March after he stepped away from the team to tend to his emotional well-being following the first firearm incident. Nike stood by him. But I didn't like the fact how they didn't stand by Kyrie while he was going through his issues, but they stood by Ja Morant while he was going through this. And I think they're still gonna stick by him even after this controversy has erupted with this one. But I think obviously it was by accident, and I think Nike's gonna definitely stick by him because he's very well liked in the black and brown community, and they look at him as a role model. And I think it's very important that they stick by him and that he fully learns from this negative experience, because that's all you can do. Once you hit rock bottom, all you could do is go up. Nike states, "We appreciate Jai's accountability and that he has taken the time to get the help he needs. We support his prioritization of his well-being," Nike said in a statement at that time. The company has yet to comment publicly on this latest incident. Morant, who received an 8-game suspension in March, attended a short counseling program in Florida before returning to the team. However, in the wake of last weekend's controversy, Morant has been suspended from all team activities, which I just said before. The former first-round pick issued a statement Tuesday on the matter. "I know I've disappointed a lot of people who have supported me. This is a journey, and I recognize there is more work to do," Morant said via ESPN Adrian Woj. "My words may not mean much right now, but I take full accountability for my actions. I'm committed to continuing to work on myself." So he's taking ownership of this latest situation that basically could destroy his young NBA career. I've seen this guy play in person. This dude is phenomenal. This guy is a strong, gifted athlete. That night in the Barclays against the Brooklyn Nets, this guy was dropping threes, and people didn't think he was like that, but he showed them. Honestly, Ja Morant, he's a good player, and I think he's just learning from this. And the sports media world needs to help him understand the severity of this, and that they need to help guide him instead of destroy him in the media. I think it's simple as that. Media individuals have a responsibility. Instead of chasing stories that can try to destroy someone in order to raise one's profile, they need to help come together and help this brother out, so this brother can stand strong and be more accountable for his actions going in the future. That's as simple as that. That's what I gotta say to that. It's been speculated Morant could face a lengthier suspension this time around. The latest ordeal has sparked various takes within the NBA community, with ESPN analyst Michael Wilbon stating on Sunday how he won't allow his son Matthew to purchase Morant's sneakers. I think that was a bit overzealous by Michael Wilbon. I think he really wanted to just make that about himself, personalize it. I think it was unwarranted, and it makes no sense in this narrative. I think if anything, you should look to help the brother out instead of trying to take him down. Especially you're a person of color, Michael Wilbon. You're here looking for people to notice you, to pay attention to you. Congratulations. No one really cares. So let's really look out for our brother Ja Morant and help this brother navigate through this negative storm that has come over his life. I mean, everybody needs help in some way or form or shape. And Ja Morant, he's no different from anybody else. He's made mistakes. We gotta stand by him as a black and brown community. We gotta stand by him and not destroy him. We gotta help him. We gotta make sure he learns from this mistake and becomes a better person tomorrow. That's what I'm saying on this issue. Thank you for listening to this episode of the BKJmac podcast experience. Episode 41. Peace, love, always. Ja Morant. I hope you learn from this situation, and I'm praying for you, brother. We're black, and we're here to support you, not tear you down in this moment of weakness. Peace, love, always. One.